Hey, welcome back. View from Fairbanks shows a lot of blue sky here this afternoon. A few towering cumulus clouds here off into the distance. Thunderstorms building on the east side, but as you look to the south, a lot of sunshine, dry conditions, and we're going to see more of that in the coming days. One lightning strike so far that's closer down to the Alaska range, but seeing some of these storms firing up here just southeast of Fairbanks, northeast there of Delta Junction. All of that activity will continue to push to the west, but again, I'm not expecting a lot of rain or a lot of lightning with those storms. We do, though, as I mentioned earlier, have that fire weather watch in effect for Wednesday. That's as the winds start to increase, the humidity levels start to drop, and the temperatures start to climb, all that contributing to an increased fire danger as we head into the middle part of the week. Again, as we already have, again, thousands of acres burning in the state. While we're seeing dry and warm conditions through the interior, it's the exact opposite in the southwest corner of the state. I can see very active radar conditions with heavy rain falling here in Bristol Bay, pushing into Norton Sound, and we're going to continue to see wet conditions in these areas heading into tomorrow. So not much in south central, a few showers in southeast, but again, the heavy rain, that's all out west, nearly an inch today in Bethel, and we have the wind to go with it, wrapping around that area of low pressure. You can see wind gusts of 45 miles per hour in Bethel, 38 in Cold Bay, breezy here through the Aleutians, and we'll continue to see strong winds and wet conditions in this area as we head into tomorrow. It's just a weak little trough that we're seeing on the western side of the state. The opposite as we head into the interior and further east, and you'll really see that at the end of the week. See those green colors completely disappear from the map. Instead, we get red. That's that indication of those warmer temperatures, a dome of high pressure setting up over the state, and that is going to stick with us from late Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. That will help to those temperatures to warm. Now, this storm that we have on the western side of the state, it is pushing to the east, but because that high pressure is building, watch what happens as I put this into motion. See how it doesn't move any further to the east. In fact, it's blocked and pushed to the south. So that moisture is headed back down into the Pacific. We'll see some of that rain in Kodiak as you head up over the Alaska Peninsula, just barely brushing Kodiak and Seward as we head into early Wednesday. But otherwise, all of that moisture will stay well offshore with dry and warming conditions across the rest of the state. For those of you in southeast, temperatures are starting to warm slightly up to 64 degrees in Juneau, holding on to those scattered rain showers all the way into Ketchikan. Drier for Haines up into Yakutat with high temperatures there in the upper 50s. Now across south central is low 60s that we're going to see. A little bit of cloud cover hanging on tomorrow. Again, wet conditions in Kodiak, and we will see mostly cloudy conditions across Prince William Sound as well, with those high temperatures topping right at about 60 degrees. Into the valley and into the Copper River Basin, a bit warmer, 70 near Glen Allen, mid to upper 60s in the valley. Partly sunny skies. This will really be the cloudiest day that we see this week after today, and then we'll start to see some clearing as we head into the end of the week. For Anchorage, it's low 50s overnight, mid 60s tomorrow, partly sunny. We'll see more of that sunshine as we head to the end of the week, and across the interior, a lot of sunshine moving in already tomorrow. Highs into the low 80s in Fairbanks and for Yukon. We'll see chances for those isolated thunderstorms near Tok. Low 70s for you, low to mid 70s in Healy. But look at these winds already picking up out of the southeast up to about 25 miles per hour to the slope. Warm conditions for you as well, back into the 70s near Dead Horse. Looking ahead, it is 4th of July week. We're calling it that, with highs in the upper 60s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the holiday. We'll see mid 60s through the weekend into early next week, staying partly sunny, a little cloud cover on Saturday. And if you're out in Seward, Thursday, Friday looking fantastic. Might get a little drizzle there on Saturday. Otherwise, looking at pleasant conditions for the weekend. And again, the interior staying dry and warm. Tracy will have a look at that 7-day forecast here in a few minutes. But again, low to mid 80s, about 20 degrees warmer than what we're seeing in South Central.
Wow, that's crazy. And I'm all for at least a little bit of warmth here in South Central, but
yes,
just a little bit.